Where you
Yeah.
were when you got the news that the attack has already started?
Yeah, so I work as a journalist and as a news anchor. I've been covering this topic for over 2 weeks now, interviewing people who were experiencing the horrors, interviewing people who lost their loved ones, interviewing people who managed to survive the music festival. And I think for all of us in Israel, we're basically on a survivor's mode of just trying to survive this. I think the international, world. I think worldwide, people should understand that we're not just fighting Hamas, extremist jihadist idea, because Hamas is not different from Al Qaeda, from Boko Haram. It's most of the same. We're Whoever cares about the West world, the Western world, about the free world, about values of democracy, should stand by Israel. And
So at that time when the in the morning you were probably just sleeping or trying to get some coffee, or because it's very important for the people to know, a journalist, how did it happen, how did it get ready to cover the war.
for us, Saturday Shabbat is our day off. It was a holiday here in Israel. We've celebrated a sacred holiday. So I spent time up north with my family, my brother, my sister. And yeah, 6:30 in the morning, we got up, alarms, we turn on the news, and we're seeing these pictures of bombarding, raiding our cities down south. It's not something we would have expected. We've always thought that Israel has a safe border. We have an amazing technology. We have an amazing secret service. And I think no one has expected thousands of invading our border.
That is a question is being asked all over the world. How did it happen? But probably it's too early to answer.
Yeah, we're asking the same question, but I think we will have to research and investigate after we're done because at the moment Israel is focusing on winning in finishing Hamas, in crushing Hamas, and after we'll be done with that, we'll have time to start and search how did we flaunt, you know?
Yeah, how did it happen? Yeah, you have been to Kosovo, like, and you know that Kosovo have been recognized by Israel, and we have diplomatic relation. Have you followed any development in Kosovo? Like, we have people who supported you, but we have also people who organized protests in favor of Palestine. So
Yeah. So I see protests, pro-Palestinian protests, whatever that means, all over the world. You see that in England, you see that in Australia, you see that in Kosovo, as you say. And I'm asking those people, what are you supporting? Are you supporting an organization beheading people, organization butchering entire families, beheading young babies? What exactly are you supporting? If you support peace, if you support progress, if you support Western values, if you support the only democracy in the Middle East, you should support Israel. And I think that if the Palestinians want to see a better future, they should stop and elect an organization. Because Hamas is a terror organization democratically elected by the Palestinians in 2006. And they deserve a better future. The entire Middle East goes up in flames. Lebanon, Syria, the Palestinian Authority, the only country who's flourishing is actually Israel. And if Hamas would have done anything with all the money, the millions of dollars that they're getting from all over the world, the Gaza Strip would have flourished. But instead, they're taking all the money, spending it on weapons, on rockets, on them, and it's just sad to see.
yeah, as a journalist, one of the main questions nowadays remains the fake news. So how the Israel is dealing with this? Because we are seeing, especially in TikTok, which is owned by China, lots of videos, Palestinian killed and staying nearby the bodies of their parents killed. So like, how the Israel is facing this challenge?
Yeah, I think you're right. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all are spreading fake news. You have tens of millions of Muslims who are our pages, who are taking down our pages. Yet again, Facebook is allowing those is to publish freely, to incite, to teach young kids how to murder Jews. So I'm asking the heads of Facebook, the heads of Instagram and TikTok, it's on your hands also. It's on your hands that you're allowing anti-Semitic content on your platforms. The blood is on your hand when you're allowing them to post inciting posts on how to Jews, on why people should hate Jews. You know, Facebook has to wake up, Instagram has to wake up, and also TikTok. Yeah.
So, as a journalist, are you doing something to oppose this kind of wave of spreading this information?
I'm actually talking about it all the time. My Instagram page was blocked the other day because a lot of Palestinians were broke my page, and I managed to get it only after 2 days. But I'm talking about it constantly on my show on how Facebook is doing injustice.
One question is very important to which with all the Israeli people I have been talking so far is like, have you been called for duty because probably you are a reserve part of the military?
Yeah, so I'm actually a reserve soldier. I'm an officer in reserve. I do a home front command duty. But at the moment, I need to be at work every day for hours and hours. So unfortunately, I wasn't be able to join the army. But a lot of people in Israel are recruited. We're speaking about 500,000 people who are now in their reserve duty, are now wearing their uniforms and just guarding our border, doing an incredible job.
So you are part of the reserve military. Can we know at least what is your ranking?
Yeah. So I'm an officer. I don't do combat. When I was in the regular army, the mandatory army, I was a combat soldier. These days, I'm just doing home front command, head of the English department in the IDF reserve as a reservist. Yeah.
So also working as a journalist and helping the army.
Yeah.
I don't have anything, just another question, but probably any message from you for people in Kosovo who are already in partnership with Israel since we recognized each other?
Yeah. So I've been to Kosovo a few times. I've actually interviewed your president and I've interviewed your former president. I think Kosovo is a perfect example of a Muslim country who wants to flourish, of a Muslim country that is sticking to Western values, that believes in democracy, that believes in women's rights, believes in gay rights. And I think Kosovo should set an example to the entire Muslim country, because you are a country that wants peace. You are a country who is reaching out its hand again and again for peace. The fact that Kosovo was the first Muslim country who transferred its embassy to Jerusalem says a lot about your values, about how you're believing in peace, about how you're believing in humankind and in the free world. And I think that should set an example for the entire Muslim world. What side are you on? Are you on the side of peace and progress and democracy and women's rights, or are you on the side of an Islamic jihadist radical? You should speak up and say that's not your Islam. What's happening now in Iran, what's happening now in the Palestinian Authority where gay people are being... All of the Muslim world should unite and speak up against what is happening and say this is not Islam, this is not our religion.